hello. Happy New Year. Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. I am outside today, so you might hear a little bit of noise. I might have to edit the video a little bit just to make sure that you guys can hear me. But hola, mi nombre es Edith. I am una curandera, spiritual healer. I love to connect with my community through these beautiful pick a card messages, to be this vessel to bring you the messages that you're ready to receive. Today we're in my backyard. This is my safe space. I am a lover of connecting outside with Mother Earth, so you usually see a lot of videos of me being outside. Today this is a pick a card with 3 different options, with the intention of bringing you guidance, whatever it is that you need to hear right now in your chapter, of what is the focus that you're needing in your life right now. What is next for you? I invite you to connect with yourself, trust your intuition. Whatever messages are for you, they're always going to find you. There's no right or wrong way of choosing. You can pick more than one. The first one is going to be this beautiful Lemurian Quartz. It's a beautiful point. Has a little rainbow now that I just noticed. Has a little cloud on the top as well. Has a little bit more of the grounding, natural end of the crystal at the bottom. And then option number 2 is going to be this beautiful selenite. Actually, it's peach selenite. Option 2 is going to be actually this beautiful peach raw selenite piece. And then third, last but not least, is going to be this beautiful selenite. Each crystal, of course, has its own meaning. I'm glad to go over it with you, and I trust that you can choose either by knowing about the crystal or just either pick number 1, 2, or 3. Trust your intuition. There's no right or wrong way of choosing. I am sitting down today with the intention of supporting you with this new chapter of your life, where wherever it is that you are right now, and whatever it is that we're calling in, we're allowing it to be guided. I am someone that loves to connect a lot with energy and intuition, and empower others as well, and remind you that we all have an intuition. So a big message I want you to take from today is, in this year ahead, in this chapter that you are in your life, trust whatever's going on is happening for a bigger reason. There's a lot of energy already I feel from the beginning of the year. Today is January 16 that I'm recording this video. You'll probably see it in a couple of days, me posted, or whenever you see this. Hello, thank you. I speak Spanish, hablo español. A lot of times I speak Spanglish in my videos, so I try to translate, but I notice that when I'm like channeling and going, sometimes I forget. So just a little heads up. Soy una latina, soy una mujer que me encanta bring community together, and these pick-a cards for me are very sacred. I don't do them as often because I am one that loves to be very intentional, other than just, you know, getting ready for the camera, setting up a location. For me, it's more of like also connecting with my soul and being very present. So I hope that comes through in the videos that I connect with you. There's many that I do as well that are recorded and you don't see me, but I always here and there like to come in and say, hey, it's me. I was gonna say something else, se me fue, but this is I feel like this energy and this intention for this reading is also to just remind you, you know, nothing has to happen overnight. Todo toma tiempo. Tenemos que estar más presente para poder seguir. We have to be more present to continue. And what I mean by that, it's like, it's so easy to set goals and want all these things to happen, but then sometimes we forget to be in the moment, to enjoy it, to live, to learn, to breathe, to trust. Trust is I feel like a big word that came out. I keep looking down because I have like channeled messages that I channeled, and I definitely want to reference back to them. But to remind you, like, todos tenemos una intuición aquí adentro de nosotros que nos guía. A lot of times we don't believe it because we don't grow up like that, hearing that or being supported when we do want to use it. So confía en ti, trust in yourself. All right, let's get started. Let me clear some energy. I took out my sound bowls. I am in my backyard. If you don't know, I'm from Highland Park, California, in Los Angeles, near the LA area, and I host events here in my backyard, private healing sessions, where you can know more information on my website. I'm outside, so you might hear a lot of noise. I'm going to try to speak up a little bit louder. So let's clear the energy. I hope that brought you some grounding and guidance. This is actually my third eye bowl, so I know I picked it with the intention of like, let's trust that third eye, whether we feel like it's open, it's not open, regardless if it's open or not open, just know that it's there, right? Like tiene una intención, porque why we feel it sometimes like guiding us. Vente, princess. I have my niece in the backyard, so if you hear me saying princess, it's my sister's doggy. My niece. All right, vamos a empezar. Lemurian Quartz. What is coming up for this beautiful option? All right, I have some channeled messages that I channeled before I sat down and pressed record. But I also love to connect with the energy of crystals, and crystals always speak to me differently in each reading that I do. I use crystal readings and healing that I do as well in my sessions, in my private sessions. I feel like already for this option, there is this refocus in your life. Lemurian is a very deep working stone. You might see it a couple times. You might have seen it already a couple times, like a couple of my pick a cards, because it's one of my favorites and it's one that supported me along in my journey. But it is a stone that helps you a lot with making decisions, moving forward as well. Más claridad, more clarity. It is part of the quartz family. I always feel a lot of energy also when we're doing deep healing. Lemurian comes out to support us and to remind us like we have a purpose here in this life. We have a bigger calling, and I feel like for many of you that are picking option number one, it's like you have more to live. I forgot my water. You have more to live. You have more that you're going to be doing for yourself. So the energy right now for you might feel a little stagnant. You might feel a little bit stuck, but I feel like if things are not moving fast enough, it's because they don't need to move fast enough right now. You need to focus. You need to be honest with yourself of where you are right now, like what got you here. I keep hearing your guides say like insecurities or whatever it was that brought you here. Okay, ya estamos aquí. We're already here. Oh, cards are jumping out for you already. But let me first start by reading the channeled message that I have for Lemurian. Alrighty, Lemurian. It's time to focus on your stability, your bag, meaning your money. Follow your heart, not your ego. Pay attention to your inner circle because it's time to let go. 2024 will be a year more focused on yourself. It's time to be selfish and make it about you. It's time to be selfish and to make it about you. I love that. I feel like you're needing to hear that. Like, maybe selfish is a word that you don't want to hear, and maybe selfish makes you feel a little bit bad about yourself, but you need this. You need this kind of like, I feel like your guides are not forcing you, not rushing you. I guess you could say it more. Not rushing you porque todavía no es tiempo. Time is not here yet. I'm going to pick up some of the cards that come out. You might not be able to see all of them from the angle of the camera, but I'll pick them up as they're coming. Oh, I feel like they're speaking fast and clear. At the bottom of the deck, you have this energy of transformation, breaking the cycle. It's time to be selfish with yourself, meaning like deja de invertir en otras personas, that you're forgetting like I matter. I need to show up for myself more. There's this feeling also for option number one, like what needs your focus? What needs your attention right now in your life? It's you. It's your purpose, your career. For many of us, we're so hard on ourselves that we start to focus on timing. And I feel like for many of you that maybe picked this option, that's what's been on your mind, timing. Oh, I should have done this long time ago. Oh, I didn't do this. Pero no era tiempo. It wasn't time then. It's time to birth a new chapter of yourself. One of the things that came up that I felt very powerful when I was channeling, it's time to like make it about you. And it's like, and I feel like that message is like because we've been so good at just investing into others, giving into others, que se nos olvidó, wait a minute, ¿y yo qué? ¿Qué estoy haciendo por mí misma? Your angels are guiding you and protecting you on your spiritual journey. This angel card, you're being guided And even though it might not feel like it, you are. There's more, like, I feel like your guides are also saying there's more attention that is needed in your mind, inside of you. Maybe at times your mind is going and going and going, that it's hard to focus. So right now, like, you need to focus more on yourself. I'm hearing your guides say, like, our ego is loud. Our ego tries to take over. Our ego tries to tell us that that's what we need to do. But our soul is gentle, it's soft. It reminds us, like, this is actually what makes me happy. A lot of times our ego, it's based out of fear. All the time it's based out of fear. I'm not sure why I'm speaking about that, but I'm sure it's for a reason. Maybe we've been in this energy of just feeding the ego in the last I keep seeing 3 to 5 years. Feeding the ego so much que se nos olvidó that we matter. For some of you, I feel like with this transformational card that was at the bottom of the deck here, it's like, I don't know if you could see it from here, but it's like 2 chains and they're breaking. For many of you, I feel like you're breaking a cycle. And it could be from this lifetime. It could also be from other lifetimes. I connect a lot with past lives, so that could also be it. Because I feel like your guides keep saying, like, you've been driven so much by your ego que se te olvidó who you truly are. This next chapter, what needs your focus is you, so you can build yourself up and then create. There's like this creative energy I feel like is wanting to come in, but it hasn't come in yet. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. There's a lot of, like, right now, let's focus. Right now, let's honor what's happening. Let's not run from it. And even with the fire and this cracker energy, to me, if these 2 cards come out, it always gives me the energy, or I pick up a lot on, like, it's time now. No more excuses. Like, it needs your attention. Think of a fire, right? It's big, it's loud. It needs somebody to come with a truck and put it out, because if not, it'll make a big impact. And I feel like that's what your guides are saying, like, lo que está pasando ahorita en tu vida, what's happening right now in your life, and it really needs your attention. And then be careful who you're surrounding yourself with, who you're trusting, who you're allowing to be in your circle. Princey, come over here. Princess. Alrighty. Like, paying attention to the people that are around you, I feel like it's very important. Yeah, because I keep connecting with this energy of, like, we've been really good at wanting to save others, that we forgot that we need to save ourselves. Princey. All right, let's see. And maybe there's this feeling also that, you know, if you don't help others, who's gonna help them? Maybe this codependency is like, yeah, because I keep hearing my guides say, like, where did we learn those habits of feeling like we're needing to show up for others? I connect a lot with the fire element as well. I don't know, yeah, I'm pretty sure the wax, you could see it, how it's like building up on one side, and I feel like that's gonna be a bit of our energy of what I'm picking up for many of you. It's like there's so much buildup in your aura, in your body, that, but it's not energy of yours, it's like other people's energy. This card, the birthing card for you, it's like it's you. It's time for you to birth something new. If you work with crystals and you want to get a little bit more intentional, I would suggest, if you're wanting your focus, you're wanting to focus on yourself and what's next, a good crystal shape that is good for you to work with, it's an egg shape. Because if you think of an egg, it's like it has something in it. Once you open the egg, it's going to birth it, right? You're birthing something new. Get yourself a an egg crystal shape, and set your intention. Like, what do you really want to birth new next into your life? If it's going to be about your career, you want to get a crystal that's involved more in career. I really like blue apatite, green aventurine. I love malachite as well. Malachite, I actually have malachite on today. It's a beautiful stone of change, transformation, and it helps us with connecting with the heart, not the ego. So I know malachite is a little bit more of an investment stone usually when it's real, because be careful. A lot of times the malachite is fake out there. So yeah, and you can even wear it also. You can wear crystals. They're more supportive. They're like with you. So I always have malachite. If you're interested in one, you can always message me. But if not, set your intention and then just trust that you can find it when you're ready to connect with it. Alrighty, so for option number 1, my Lemurian Quartz. What needs your attention? What needs focus next in your life? Yes, we know it's like your guide saying like your bag, it's time to get selfish. But I feel like there's also like more balance that, Princess? Princess! My niece went to wander off. She never usually comes to the backyard. Vente, mi amor. Vente. Yeah, there's like this refocus kind of energy, I feel like, for option number 1. That's also needing with more balance in your life. Like I keep seeing the balance sign, and that's why I'm like doing it with my hands. But it's like more balance also in like lo que tú quieres hacer, what you want to do. Unknown territory, choosing your path. I keep seeing also like a door opening up, and then it's interesting that this song, The Gates of the Triumph, are it's coming up for you, and it's like a gate abriéndose con luz. El sol vuelve a salir. The sun comes out again. Alrighty. Oh, there's judgment though. There's a lot of like fear maybe that you've been picking up on, or you've been feeling of like, how are other people going to feel when they start to see me pull away? And maybe at times we have become, or people have become, or we have become codependent of others to the point where we're not allowing ourselves to show up. There's a lot of fear behind. I'm tapping into like what others are going to feel, how others are going to perceive you. Yeah, but it's your journey. Yeah, the fear card came out as we're speaking about fear. It's your journey and it's your time now. I could see why your guide said it's time to be selfish, and it's in a good way selfish, porque te mereces empezar de nuevo por ti. There's like, I feel like your guides are also saying like, you need to find more joy in what you do. You need to find more joy in life. And maybe your life purpose, what your purpose is in this lifetime, is not only going to be your career. It's something that's going to be outside of your career. Maybe your purpose in this life is to be a home wife, a housewife. Maybe it's to connect with your community outside of work. Like, but nobody's going to tell you that. You're going to find that out. You're going to give yourself that time, and you're going to find that balance. And maybe in this lifetime, it's not about just serving others. It's about serving yourself. Like finding more joy in truly what you do for yourself, undiscovering who you truly are. There's this dragon energy. This is the year of the dragon. This fire back in you that wants to reignite. There's this fear though, like I keep hearing my guide say, there's this fear behind, what if I don't do it right? What if I really try and I don't do it right? What if you do it right? What if you do nourish yourself? I'm going to call in the energy of Archangel Michael, one of my powerful archangels I love to connect with. But let me ask him, what do we need to let go of? What do we need to surrender from? What do we need to trust that we have outgrown? I keep hearing him say it's time to speak your truth, to use your voice. Maybe sometimes you have a hard time with using your throat chakra, setting boundaries with others. Pero es tiempo. Step into your spotlight. That's the first card. Step into what you want to grow more. I feel like also Archangel Michael saying like, don't be scared of you being in the spotlight, because you've been so used to letting others be in the spotlight. I keep seeing the angel number 000. To me, it's like that's you starting a new chapter. It's a lot of people call it the God number as well. God, universe, source, whoever you believe in up above, that's for you. That's not for me to convince you who that is. Your loved ones are safe. Your loved ones are going, as soon as I picked up on the energy of this card, it's like your loved ones are going to be okay with the decisions that you make. But you're in this phase in your life right now where you're needing to put yourself first. Because it just feels like we've been building others so much que se nos ha olvidado vivir. Make it, and maybe you're exploring, right? Like, I don't believe in coincidences. Here goes my niece dog. Never comes to the backyard, and then she comes and she's like trying to explore. Maybe that's you. You're just needing to get lost a little bit and explore and try different things and get out of your comfort zone. Maybe you've been in this chapter in your life where you're like, man, really? My focus is me? And you start to feel worried and uncomfortable and like, I've never done that. Are you sure? And it's like your guide's like, yeah, we're sure. Estás en una etapa ahorita en tu vida donde quieres crecer más. Quieres encontrarte. No por otras personas, por ti. And if you are in this healing journey and you're trying to figure out your identity, it's only going to, your guides are saying, like, it's only going to happen as you continue to show up. Stop putting a timeline to things that you need to get done or should have got done by now. The attention is in your bag, your money, like, so you can build a more firm foundation, so you can feel stable. Maybe for many of you, it's very hard to take risk because you come from a childhood, from an upbringing where stability was not it. You didn't see stability. You didn't know what stability was like. So now you're like, oh no, I'm gonna be stable. So I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay safe. Princess, man. All right, option number 1, my Lemurian Quartz. What do they need to hear of what's next? What do they need to focus on? I'm hearing like your guides say, like, no estás perdida. You're not lost. No te limites. Don't limit yourself. Maybe for some of you, reorganizing your goals or being more honest about your goals is something that you need to do. It's time to make a decision. I didn't read this one, but you had number 19, make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you towards your own joy. You deserve it. My guides, like, you forgot to read this. This is the scale, the balance. We literally were talking about this not that long ago. Right now, I feel like right now, yeah, it's not the right time to make a decision and be all abrupt. It's more like, be honest with yourself and then take that first step. Because maybe for some of you, sometimes you could be you could want to rush a lot, and it's hard for you to trust because sometimes you don't think of, in the past you haven't really thought about things and you just want them to happen so bad that you're like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. Like, kind of like think over, your guides are saying, like, think over what you really are going to decide for yourself. Les mando some healing energy. Vente, Princi. Take action. And then you have the yin and yang, the feminine and masculine energy. We all have yin and yang. Horses, they represent freedom. Endings will always bring a new beginning. You have a black horse and a white horse. It's like, don't run from your reality. Move on. Be at peace with decisions that you're making for yourself. The throat chakra was at the bottom of the deck. We were speaking about that not that long ago. Alrighty, let's see. Option number 1, my Lemurian Quartz. What needs your focus? You also have to remember you're in your own journey. You know, one of the readings that I've been offering since the beginning of December of last year, I always offer them my year ahead readings. And us physically, we all go through 9 years. With numerology, we go in 9-year cycles. Depending on our date of birth, it depends what year we're in, what year we are in that 9-year cycle. But each year brings us a different lesson, represents something else in our life. A lot of times, when we haven't lived those lessons or lived in the moment or enjoyed that journey or accepted what came with that year, we could be stuck karmically, emotionally, physically, or all. I feel like I'm saying that for a reason. So pay attention to those cycles you've continued to repeat. The sun is coming out. It's time to get out of that cage that you've been feeling like you're in. For many of you, it's your feminine side that needs more balance. You're so good at being in your masculine. You're so good at always going and always providing. But you matter. Your decisions matter. Your emotions matter. Being more gentle with yourself. Sometimes I feel like you hold on to the past so much and you might see it like mistakes. They're not mistakes. This is your journey. You are today where you need to be. As hard as that is to trust or process, estás donde tienes que estar. There's more. You actually got abundance in another card here. I remember seeing abundance. Maybe when I was shuffling for you guys. But here with this abundance card, right? Your guides earlier when I channeled the messages, like you need to focus on your bag, your money. So you can have something more stable long term. But to me, this card with the abundance, it's like more contigo misma, more with yourself. Look at all the wax that we're holding on to there with the fear of like, I might as well just hold on to this because what if it leaves and then I'm stuck. You're not stuck. You got more to do, more to live, more to enjoy. Have this beautiful, it's called the Cosmic Creatures deck. And it's an animal deck. Let me see what animal you can call upon. We have many spirit animals that guide us through our lifetime. And they support us in different journeys of our life. So let's see what spirit animals coming up for Lemurian Quartz. I also offer connect with your spirit guides, meet your spirit guides reading. If that's something that interests you. I will be updating soon my options and then prices as well for my readings will go up. They've stayed the same, I want to say the last 2 years. But there's so much more knowledge and messages that I'm adding to all of my readings. So I definitely feel like this is the right time for me to offer more options and as well for my prices to go up. So you'll be seeing that change soon. You can always purchase a reading, a private reading through my website at earthcrystalsconamor.com. Ooh, you got the eagle. How beautiful, the eagle coming to remind us. I need to get a little card holder. I want to do more videos like this in my backyard, and then that way you can see the cards. Alrighty, I want to bring up the book because I always feel like it gets really detailed. So let's see with the eagle spirit animal for option number 1. This spirit animal comes in to remind you about loyalty, about trust, and soar. And let me read. Resilient and brave. Eagle allows you to soar to a new heights. Well, they say the eagle flies over, right? The storm. So it sees everything from up above. Take a bird's eye view and see if you are in true alignment with your path. The eagle is able to stalk its prey, capturing those that are wounded and ill, which prevents the spread of disease. Eagles are seen as healers in this regard, ending the unnecessary suffering of another with precision and swiftness. The eagle gives you the gift of sight, de ver, or intuition, as it is able to pinpoint the minute details that can easily be missed. In relationships, the eagle has a unique mating ritual, dancing with its partner in the sky as they lock talons, plunging and soaring with complete trust in one another. Eagles mate for life and can show up as a teacher when you're ready to commit to your relationships. And it doesn't have to be only a relationship with others. It could be a relationship with yourself. I'm not sure if the camera will catch it, but as we're starting to speak of that in the eagle spirit animal, the candle started to release a lot of black smoke. So releasing a lot from your past, specifically for many of you. How can you maintain a strong sense of self while being loyal to another? Allow your shared commitments to give you a boost in trust, faith, and love. Stay more grounded as well in your journey. I'm also hearing from your guides say, like, what you're needing to release with that candle that's burning, like what you're needing to release from your past is that fear of, like, what if I just mess it all up? The horn for me, the horn from the car for me, it's like that confirmation, like, yes, estás donde tienes que estar ahorita for a reason. At the bottom of the deck here, the Magician and the Mirror. The Magician in tarot is like the person that has all the tools. They just need to know what to do with it. The Mirror, that's our shadow work. We need to face our shadows, so they're no longer a shadow and they're holding us back with so much fear. Estás en una etapa de tu vida right now where you're needing to focus on you so you can watch yourself grow and evolve. The right people, friendships, people in your life that are going to want to see you grow and evolve, guess what? They're going to be part of that journey. And the ones that don't, they have to go. There's, like, to an extent, also relationships from the past I'm picking up in the candle that's burning, that they're not serving you. And it's not in a bad way. We outgrow people. People outgrow us as well. I want to shuffle this deck one more time. Let's see. For option number 1, Lemurian, it's time to start. I'm hearing it's time to start. Maybe some of you, you're wanting to, like, invest more on your personal self. Maybe you're needing support. Like, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I don't know how to set goals. Maybe you need a life coach. Maybe you need to invest in a class, in a seminar, in a retreat. Like, pouring back to yourself so you can grow and evolve. I'm hearing, like, I'm also hearing, like, pay attention to the red flags. So red flags with others. Don't ignore who you are. The infinite abundance is coming up again. Hey, balance, transformation. Oh, this is a beautiful one. This is out of your heart to your soul. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. I agree. At the bottom of the deck here, travel lightly. Simplify your life. I felt like when I said that, like, excuse me, like, weight came off. I'm also feeling like this energy of maybe you feeling a little bit stuck right now in your life, and maybe just feeling like, I keep trying, but it doesn't seem to be working out. Maybe we need to try something different. Maybe where you've been focusing your attention on isn't really where you needed to focus your attention. Give yourself permission to start over. Allow yourself to start over. No estás perdida. Alrighty, option number 1. That is your reading for what it is that you need to hear right now, of what needs your focus, your attention. Thank you for the energy exchange. If you are interested in something more private, I will leave my link to my website where we can connect. Have an amazing day, amazing year until we connect again. Blessings. Alrighty, option number 2, my Peach Selenite. The sun is not really hitting the table, so I'm not sure if you will see that it looks a little peachy, or maybe you do. But we have Miss Peach Selenite next. What are you needing to hear? What needs focus? What's next for you? I feel like right now, as I am connecting with your energy and how the crystal's picking up energy for people that picked this option, I'm feeling a little bit, like, discouraged. I feel like for many of you, you might be feeling a little discouraged, a little bit unsure. All right, let's see what I channeled for you. The first thing that I was seeing when I was sat down and channeled with this option was the angel number 333. Maybe you're seeing it. Maybe you're going to start to see it. That's always a number to me that it represents, like, your spirit guides are around you. You're not alone. No estás sola. Your guides are saying your next focus is on self-care. You can't keep going, giving without receiving. Your love life needs healing, needs attention. Now, if that resonates and with the other messages that I give you, then it's for you. If it doesn't, then guess what? It's not a message for you. But that was very strong. After self-care, your love life. So for many of you, it's going to be 2 different areas in your life that need your focus, whether you are in a relationship or not. And I'm sure we'll elaborate more in the pick a card. Your guides also said you are worthy of more. Endings will always bring new beginnings. And Peach Selenite, it is a grounding stone. It is a stone of ourselves. My throat keeps feeling like, oh my God, like nervous, like, yeah, like nervous, unsure of like, am I feeling this? Is this really my reality? All right, I'm going to turn on another incense to burn with that one because I feel like it might finish burning at the end, in the middle of my reading. This is my last incense of this one, my beautiful spiritual soul. If you don't know, I also do live sales on my Instagram, usually weekly. I've been taking more of a break, but I do sell incense as well, crystals and candles other than my readings. And you can find me doing my live sales. I also do pop-ups here and there, but my live sales are through my Instagram, Earth Crystals Con Amor. Alrighty, my loves, let's see. Option number 2, my Peach Selenite. What are we needing to hear? What's the focus? Okay, so we heard self-care and then also our love life, whether we are in a relationship or not. But let's see. It's time to go for it, to make a decision on what you want to see grow and evolve more. There's this, like this energy also of maybe like fear of becoming like the old version of yourself. The candle started to burn different. I love to connect with the fire energy when I'm picking up on energy, and also the air element, which is my incense or my saumerio that I'm burning here on the side. So a lot of times if you see me turning, it's like I'm picking up on the energy of how that's burning as well. But let's see. Oh, it started to crack. Alrighty, let's see. Option number 2. Let's do some clearing first. I feel a lot of doubt. Definitely more in our mind. All right, you got go for it, daydream, the law of attraction, what you believe you become, and your innocence, your kindness. At the bottom of the deck, shower of abundance. It's like, as soon as I picked up on the energy of this, it's like as soon as you let go of that fear, of that belief, or that story that you've been telling yourself, you're going to see things shift. Maybe for some of you, there's also this healing that you've been doing from your past, from past relationships. Especially for many of you in love life. And those are the relationships where we become more intimate, where we are vulnerable, where we open up. And then even if there is more of an intimate relationship, right? We get to see that person deeper. We should. A lot of times, maybe we meet people and it's not that deep, but that's where we do a lot of our healing. That's where a lot of our shadow work can come up from as well. So maybe you are in the space in your life where you're accepting the role that you played in that relationship or those relationships. For some of you, it's like kind of like you need to take a step back and be more with yourself, be more in silence. Because I keep hearing your guides say, shh, quiet the noise. Shh, celebrate yourself. Be with yourself more. And that might be hard because for a very long time, you only knew how to show up for others, to give. I felt like when I was channeling a message and connecting with this energy before I pressed record and meditated, because I always meditate with my pick of cards and see what messages come up. Excuse me. And I felt for option number 2, there was this kind of like pause. I don't feel like your guides had all these things that they wanted to say, but it was more like a pause. Like, just stop. Maybe you've been so worried about like things falling apart around you that you forgot that you also mattered. Self-care are daily routines that we create for ourselves. A lot of times I hear from people like, how do you do it with having your own business? And I don't have a special recipe, and there are harder and longer days than others. And also having my own business, at times 10-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, sometimes I do have a little bit more leeway and independence. I just came back from traveling from the Bay Area, and I worked up there, so I'm grateful for that. It also came with more balance. So it's possible, right, to do several things, but we have to be very focused. Some of you, I feel like this self-care that's you're needing to call in more into your life is so you can rest more, so you can enjoy more. And that doesn't, we don't build that stability overnight. And if maybe for some of you, you're wanting to start a business, or you will start a business, or you do have a business, maybe that's where that balance is coming more from, on a deeper way. There's a little bit of pine needles that I have, because I have pine bundles that started when I picked up, came to burn for you. That to me, it's like you need to be more present with yourself, more grounded. Sometimes your mind is all over the place. Maybe meditation works for you. You know, Peach Selenite is a beautiful crystal to meditate with. Her sister is the regular selenite. We're so used to seeing like the white selenite, but the one that you picked was the peach selenite. It looks a little bit pinkish. And they're sisters, but they both work on two different things. Maybe for some of you, you're healing also from a relationship where you're understanding or accepting in that relationship, like, my partner is really good at that. I'm really good at this. How do we do it together without wanting to control that other person? For some of you, I feel like your love life is needing attention, in the sense, like, can you find that balance with that person? Do you feel supported? Because for many of you, it doesn't feel like you feel supported. It doesn't feel like you feel like you're in a team environment. It's time to step into that role of like who you are. And I feel like your guides keep putting up your head, like, re-identify yourself. I'm outside, so you might hear a little bit of noise. I'm gonna try to speak up. I'm in my backyard, my safe space, and something just called me to connect with you guys outside. So I believe there's a big trash car, because it's trash day. Se me olvidó. So that might get a little bit loud. So, but I feel like for some of you, it's like, and maybe, you know, that's what needs to happen in your life. You need to get more loud. You need to re-identify yourself. Your presence is needed. One big feeling and energy that I'm picking up for option number 2, it's like you can't wait for tomorrow. You can't wait for the next day. Like, you have to start doing it now, because it feels like you're almost getting to empty. Like, your battery is starting to run really low. Maybe that's something that you've gotten used to, but it's a bad habit of just going and going and going to the point where you forget, sheesh, I need to be more balanced. I need to accept who I am. I'm picking up some cards over here, but some of them are wanting to stay behind. Yeah, there's like this feeling of like doubting also who you can become. Because I keep hearing your guides say, like, you don't become that person overnight. It takes time. We build it. We build ourselves, and we build our community. Some of you are very like connected with others. You're very driven by community. I wouldn't doubt it if in the career that you are in right now and what you choose as what you do day to day, it would be with others, because you have a very giving and loving energy. You just need to give it back to yourself more. And I feel like with the self-care, it's saying, because like your battery is almost coming to the end, to low, like you're going to go through that, what's the name, oh my god, I'm like blanking out, burnt out. You're gonna get to like a burnt out stage, or you probably already feel like, yeah, I feel burnt out. Pero se nos olvidó escuchar nuestro cuerpo. We forgot to listen to our body. Step by step, mirrors, alignment, clarity, a new day. Keep going. It's time to create. Many of you have a very like when you feel recharged, when you feel supported, when you feel like, okay, I can be myself now and I don't have to build all these other people up now, like you feel al 100. And many of you come from very strong ancestors. I see a lot of women standing next to you. And these are women that have passed, that are part of your lineage. And they had a big impact with community and their voice. So if that's something you're wanting to step more into, like, that's part of your lineage. That's part of your calling. And sometimes your voice scares you because you don't know who you are. And maybe with the self-care journey that you're going to create and step more into that needs your attention is so you can really step into who you're truly meant to be in this lifetime. I kept seeing the angel number 333, and that always to me reminds me, right? Yeah, for option number 2, you're not alone. And look at your ancestors stepping into the reading. You come from a lineage of women that have not given up. They've had a lot of sacrifice, they're saying. Han habido, I keep hearing a specific ancestor say, han habido muchos sacrificios que hemos tenido que hacer para poder estar presentes, paradas, para tener lo que tenemos el día de hoy. We've had many sacrifices that we've had to do to be standing here today with you. And maybe those sacrifices have been leaving a marriage. I don't know why I said leaving a marriage. I was going to say like leaving behind things, but leaving a marriage. Maybe somebody needs to hear that. Leaving a culture, a community, a religion, something that just was to an extent not identifying you anymore. There's nothing wrong with a marriage, with a religion. If it works for you, great. But if it does no longer work for you, then be honest with yourself. There is something for everyone. Find what works for you. I keep seeing a bee, like a bee, a bumblebee, flying with my third eye. It's not physically here that you could see it, but I keep seeing that. To me, with that bumblebee spirit, it's like, es tiempo para ti, para que creas en ti misma. The tree is starting to drop all these leaves, like unexpected abundance. I feel like your ancestors are also trying to step in to remind you what you're doing right now is being seen. You matter. The difference you're going to make for others is so you could truly step into your light. And if you're trying to connect more with your ancestors, call them in. Be intentional. Set them up an altar. There's so many things that you can do to connect with your ancestors. Go to a healing circle, a woman's circle, a circle where you can connect. Hundreds of people do them virtually, in person. Set your intention, look for one. I feel like for many of you, you're needing to be around others in community to support yourself. You feel very lonely a lot of times. It's okay to ask for help. You're not alone. I'm going to use this beautiful deck by Charmed Wisdom, Anna. You can follow her on Instagram. She also does pick a cards here on Instagram. She's a beautiful soul out of LA. A beautiful healer. And let's see. What is that? It is called the Dark Feminine Oracle Deck by Ana Rios. Dark Feminine Oracle Deck. Like, what are we needing to face? What's coming up in this chapter right now? Oh, you got the Bruja, the Witch card. And it says, practicing in the dark. Curiosity. Soul searching. Recognizing. Power. Intuition growing. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Her cards are so beautiful. A lot of her videos that she shares, very in-depth, very detailed. Oh, poison apple. Temptation, past life energy, knowledge, sensuality, eternal pain. Teacher of love. Original sin. And to me, this is the energy of like a princess kissing the frog, right? We were speaking about that love energy. Like, are we waiting for somebody to come and save us, or we're going to save ourselves? What was one of the first things your ancestor said? If it's time to leave that marriage, to leave something behind, leave it. No vas a poder crecer if you're holding on. Tienes que crecer. Tienes que encontrarte. You have to find yourself. I hope I've translated everything I said because sometimes I forget. Alrighty, so let's see. Alright, before I end with option number 2, Peach Selenite. What do you need to hear? What needs your focus? What needs your attention right now in life? I keep hearing your ancestors sing a song, and it's like with a lot of drums, and it's like, come back to yourself, come back to yourself. Regresa a ti misma. Encuéntrate a ti misma. Date ese tiempo. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed right now with your current situation, maybe you are a mom, maybe you are a wife, maybe you are with others in your life, and you're just like, I mean, I'm thankful for them, but I'm still not happy deep down inside. Date ese tiempo. Ask for help from your partner, from your family, or from your community. Step into your true self. Alrighty, soul searching. Search for yourself. Pay attention to the things that are distracting you. It's time to start saying no. Stand your ground. At the bottom of the deck, prosperity begins for you. Right? You need to... Alrighty, option number 2. I had to stop the video and come right back. So you might see a little bit of an edit for this. The last card that I was covering, this is for option number 2, Peach Selenite. What needs your focus? What needs your attention right now in life? And the last card that I was just picking up is on this prosperity card. But it's also like this energy of your ancestors with the roots, reminding you come from somewhere. You also matter. You have to believe it. You have to trust it more. This new day is, your guides are saying, this new day is going to start when you start to believe in yourself. Maybe for some of you, you started to learn something, but you've been having a hard time believing in that, stepping into that. Yeah, because I keep hearing your guides say, like, it's time to step into who you're meant to be without all those fears and that noise that's around you. Stand your ground. Cree en lo que tú puedas hacer, tú puedas crear. And I'm also hearing from your guides say, find your sacred space. Where do you go when you need more for yourself? When you need to recharge? It's interesting how the candle's also burning with you guys' energy. It's like this fear or this doubt behind who you can become. There's this like, excuse me, my throat. There's like this, and there's like this feeling also of, what if I'm not enough? What if I'm not enough? What if you are enough? All right. I want to pick one more deck before we end to connect with your energy for option number 2. But let me just finish picking this up. There's this, and no, not this deck. Oh, the spirit animal deck. That's what I want to do. I was going to say there's this other deck that I've been wanting to use with many of you. I have a couple. I use them here and there. And I have a lot of personal decks that I use only for like private readings. So here and there they'll come out for only my private readings. But sometimes I get asked, like, how many decks do you have? Over 100. I'm sure way more, over 100. 150 probably. But I've been collecting them for years now. So before I even started to do my private readings and stepping into my purpose, I would buy them and started doing them for myself, for my family, or others. But let's see, option number 2, a spirit animal that's guiding you right now. That could be stepping more into your energy. We have many spirit guides that guide us throughout our lifetime. Many of them, it's for like specific lessons in our life. So let's see. I hope that this is a message that resonated for you. Thank you for continuing to support me in this journey. Oh my God, I smile because you got the eagle. And option number 1 got the eagle as well. So it's time to trust, to evolve. I'm going to pick another card for you guys. Maybe you want to go back and hear option number 1. Maybe you did listen to option number 1. But I will say, like, just connecting with you guys' energy with option number 2, it's time to stand in your lane. in where you belong, because this ego is standing in un tronco, right? In the trunk of a tree. I don't know if that's how you would translate it in English. Yeah, but it's standing somewhere, right? It's very firm. I think for this option, it was like where your ancestors stepped in and they're like, look up, stop looking down, stop feeling like other people can intimidate you, can take over you. No, mira para arriba, sé tú misma. Yes, fierce. Some of you, maybe you love to make hot chocolate, or an ancestor of yours loves hot chocolate because I keep tasting it. Or maybe that's the offering you can put them. And they're here to just remind you. Oh, I love this. There's no right or wrong animal. But for you, you guys got the horse. So let's see your spirit animal that's coming through. And this is from the deck, in case you're interested, the Cosmic Creature deck. I have many decks that I use, and most of them, the guidebooks, I've thrown them out. Now I try to keep them more because people ask me, or here and there, I'll reference to the guidebook. But if you've been here for a long time, you know, when I started my journey, one of the things my guides would always say is like, throw the guidebooks away. You need to trust your intuition. So that's how I would build a lot more my intuition. So maybe you're needing to build more your intuition, and that's why I'm saying that to you guys. Alrighty, the horse. It represents drive, wildness, and passion. Wild and free, the horse can represent our willpower and drive to go all the way. Passion propels you forward and keeps you focused, as long as you're connected to your purpose. Your purpose. And remember, your life purpose does not have to be your career. That's something that I like to speak more about, because it's something that we start to be so hard on ourselves. And for many of us, our purpose will not be only giving to others, supporting others. It could be our purpose with our family, with ourselves. Many times when I connect with you guys in my healing sessions and my private readings, and I connect with your guides of like, what are you meant to be doing? What is it that you're learning, or maybe even from past lives? For many of you, you've dedicated so much to others that in this lifetime, it's going to be more about you. And if that resonates, please take it. The horse trots along, masterfully navigating the road ahead as an extension of human consciousness. Take a look within yourself and ask yourself, what is my driving force? What motivates me to keep going when times get tough? Not who motivates me, what motivates you? There's a passion that wants to be expressed, an energy within you that can only be tamed for so long. Yes, for so long. That's it. Es tu tiempo. Channel this energy in healthy ways, focusing on productive outlets that can transport you further along your career path. The horse works tirelessly and is able to make massive progress, but don't burn out. But only when it is also connected to its heart. I agree. Don't forget your heart's mission as you gallop towards your victory and share your desires with the will of your mind, body, and soul. Alrighty, option number 2. I hope that resonates. That's a beautiful, deep messages. For me, horses, they always represent when they come into our life as a spirit animal, or to guide us when it's a point in our lives where it's time to make a decision to move forward. So don't stay stuck. Don't keep telling yourself those fearful stories that you grew up hearing. Free yourself so you can be yourself. That rhymed unintentionally. Thank you for the energy exchange. Blessings. Option number 3, my beautiful selenite. I feel like clearing the energy, so I'm going to clear the energy for this option. We've been feeling a little overwhelmed, most likely. Maybe you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed. I took out my singing bowl today. This is, if you didn't watch the beginning of the video, I said that this is, I have many bowls, and for each of my healing sessions, readings, or whatever I take them out for, it's intentionally. and the ones that go with me even when I host events. Today I picked the third eye one. It picked itself to come out. So trust your intuition. For many of you, that means clearing the energy. You're feeling a lot. I feel like for many of you with option number 3, a lot must be going on right now. Or a lot will start to happen in your life where it's like needing more of your attention and focus. Maybe for some of you, you're just feeling overwhelmed with how things have been happening. Maybe not as fast as we thought. Yeah, because I'm hearing from your guides say like, let that go. Like there's something that you might be trying to hold on to and it's just not in alignment with you. Selenite is a stone that can clear the energy of other crystals. It does not absorb energy. But when it does, or it's heavy, I've noticed, especially in my sessions, it'll break in pieces. So I'm sure I'm channeling that for a reason. I sat down and channeled some messages before clicking record. And for your option, I got trust that you are where you need to be. Te mereces mejor. You deserve better. Cleanse yourself and clear your mind to get focused. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. So this pick a card is with the intention on what's next for you. What do you need to focus on? What's going to need your attention in this chapter in your life? I'm recording this reading January 16. Regardless of when you see it, like what needs your attention? And for many of you, it's going to be different areas of your life. So trust your intuition with the messages that I'm about to channel. And yeah, there's no like specific area I feel like right now I received through the messages, but let's see what comes up. I'm going to use this Lord Ganesh. To me, some of you also with this option number 3, to me this is like a reorganization in several areas of your life. You most likely have been feeling like, I keep seeing somebody change homes or reorganize your home or re-identifying your home. So that might be a focus. It's time, I'm hearing your guides say like it's time to make more decisions for yourself. All right, first card that came out, Revelation. Things are happening. And when I channeled your messages, like you are where you need to be. And then when I picked up on the energy of this card is like things are happening how they need to happen. But there's a lot of fear behind how others will perceive you. And maybe that's why it's hard sometimes. Many of you are very old souls. Very old souls. Relaxation, acceptance. Accept yourself. I'm also hearing your guides say what you're capable of creating. Clear your energy. And then when I channeled messages for you, it was like cleanse yourself and clear your mind. And then you got clear your energy. Hazte una limpia. Cleanse yourself. You might be carrying some heavy energy from last year still, or from whatever the lessons in your last chapter in life were. But you're in a place where you need to be more grounded. You also got the root chakra here. Determination. With Lord Ganesh. Lord Ganesh, a deity, a goddess that represents, not a goddess, I'm sorry, a deity that represents the energy of change, of transformation, of growth. And actually today's Tuesday. His day to connect with him and honor him is on Tuesday. I'm actually going to do an offering for him. I used to connect a lot in my readings with Lord Ganesh, but he's coming up today for a reason. On a Tuesday, his day. You're in this space right now of your life also, not, I don't want to call it with all these transitions, but you're in this space in your life like of acceptance. This is my reality, and I know that I'm capable of creating more if that's what I want to do. And if there is, like, you first need to start with more of a firm foundation, your home, right? A little bit ago I was talking about your home situation, and then here is your root chakra. If your root chakra is not balanced, it's like, that's your stability. Then how can you build up? You can't. Things will fall apart. But it's like you're needing to be more grounded, more present. And maybe it's going to start with a change in scenery, with the change in locations. So then you can start to get creative or start to feel like you can do more. I feel like even the way that the incense and the salmerio are burning, with me picking up on energy that way as well, there's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of stagnant energy of like, I think I'm safe here. I don't think I could do more. And then I'm just going to wait. And your guides are like, wait for what? The time is now. I feel like you maybe have been asking for more signs from the universe. And this is one of your many signs. Like, pay attention to the signs that you're seeing outside. Your guides are also saying, don't go and search everything online. Oh, what does this mean? Like, what does it make you feel? Trust yourself more. No more, I'm hearing your guides say, no more seeking only outside validation. It's time to trust yourself a little bit more. It's time to believe a little bit more. Some of you, you're also honoring like more of your inner child healing. Maybe you just started or you're continuing, and healing is a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not with one healing session. It's a journey. We find different mentors, different people that guide us. We outgrow them. The first card that came out is the spring. Your home situation, your family. Spring, to me, it's like this rebirth period. You're going through a rebirth where you could use your voice more, where you can identify more what your home looks like, what you want it to look like. I do feel like if you are in a relationship, something that I am picking up, it's like, don't be afraid to re-identify yourself in that relationship. There's changes that you've been going through internally, and now it's time to show them more physically. Speak about them. Yeah, you got the Pluto card, the transformation card. So it's going to be some big transformation. Pluto is a small little planet, but it's a mighty. And if some of you are healing from your inner child, or you're seeing patterns of like fear of letting go because you have a fear of losing it all, or there's this fear that comes a lot from, there's fears. For all of you, it's going to be different, of course, but I keep tapping into like a lot of fears that you are holding onto from childhood. There's a lot of doubt in who you can become. It's time to treat yourself more. In love life, for some of you, you're going through some deep, both of you are going through like your own deep transformation. There's a lot of doubt that you're carrying. But things are happening how they need to happen. You need, at the bottom of that deck is, like, things are happening and you need more of a firm foundation. And then you got the foundation card. So there's no doubt. Necesita tu atención, your home. I feel like even as I'm picking up on your energy, I just feel overwhelmed emotionally. There's so many emotions that I haven't been feeling, I feel. It's time to release those emotions. It's like sometimes I feel like you're wanting to be so strong for others and portray this image for others, that's not really you. Because I'm hearing your guides say, like, be yourself more. All right, let me grab this deck. Oh, I'm like, wait, there's more missing to this deck. Yeah, it's over here. Alrighty, let me pick it up. It's time to walk your path, I'm hearing. Yeah, there's something here like with a relationship or a family setting, or maybe that's something that you really want in this lifetime and it hasn't happened yet. And your guides are saying, so this is going to be for some of you. Please, if it resonates, take it. For some of you, my ear is like, ee, so I know like you need to hear this. For some of you, I feel like whether you're in a relationship or not, your home, your family setting is very important. And that's something you really want in this lifetime. And if you, and the Salmerio is cracking. I don't know if the camera will catch it. But that to me, it's like a lot of your emotions that are trapped, feelings and truth that sometimes it's hard to speak up about. So for some of you, whether you're in a relationship or not, your home, your family is very important. And if you're needing to re-identify yourself in that relationship, to find new structure, to ask for different things, to step more into what you really want for long term, that's why that foundation is coming. We need to fix that foundation, whether you're in a relationship or not. Let's say you're not in a relationship, but you really want a relationship in this lifetime. You crave that. Great. You deserve that. Don't feel guilty for that. But in order for you to be able to create and have that, you also need to yourself. You as a persona, not you and your partner. You as a persona need to be more grounded and more present. Some of you, you've been in relationships where you've been wanting other people to build you up, to make you happy. And how do you make yourself happy? What do you do when you turn off? It's time to listen to your own self. Listen to your compass, inner compass. Listen to your inner music. That means your intuition. It's okay to go after what you want. It might just want you to. It's okay to have needs and to fulfill them. I feel like this is like your higher self, like telling you it's okay. Listen to the still small voice within, that voice within you that says, eso es lo que yo quiero. Así quiero ser feliz. Así soy feliz. This is what I want. This is what makes me happy. Another one. It's okay to do that thing you've been wanting to do. Yes. There's a lot of it's okay. It's okay. Like reaffirming to you. No estás sola. You're not alone. Allow yourself to rediscover who you have become or you are becoming. For some of you, there's this area in your life where you're learning something new, or you have been learning something new. That's going to take some time. If you are in a place where you are in a relationship, you are in a marriage, you do have a family, and you want your family to be more stable, it's going to take two if both of you are in that relationship. And if you are worried about how other people will perceive you, you can never show up for yourself. Oh, I'm yawning. Sorry. Celebrate the little things in everyday life. Celebrate yourself as well. I'm hearing from your guides, you can't wait. Oh, when the perfect time. There is no perfect time. The perfect time is now. Your guides are also saying, like, remember your calling in this lifetime. What you want to be. Who do you want to become? How do you want to nurture yourself? I feel like a big message for option number 3. It's like many of you already know what you need to work on. Your guides keep giving you signs, like trust it. Don't doubt yourself. Listen. I feel like your guides are also saying listen more to your intuition, that little voice in you that's guiding you from your heart. I'm also hearing your guides say, like, reunite with your true self. Find your true self. Oh, cards are jumping. I'm going to pick an animal card, a spirit animal that might be guiding you at the moment. I only want one spirit animal that's guiding you. We have many spirit animals that guide us throughout our life for different lessons. So let me see what this spirit animal has for you. The hummingbird. I love hummingbirds. I have a beautiful hummingbird tattooed here. What a beautiful spirit animal. There's no right or wrong. I just have a deep connection with hummingbirds, so it's calling me. Alrighty, let's see. This is from the deck also, by the way, the Cosmic Creatures deck. Sometimes you guys ask me, but a lot of the cards that I have from a long time ago, I threw away the guidebooks. So I only have, now I have more because I've been saving them. But I want to read from the book to see like if it has additional messages. A, B, C, D, E, F. There we go. I forgot my letters for a second. Alrighty, hummingbird for you, option number 3. She, he represents infinity, joy, and sweetness. Sweet nectar is offered to those that seek it. And the hummingbird guides you straight to the source, like a flower in bloom. The hummingbird reminds you to expand your capacity for joy to enter your life. What would happen if every single moment could be experienced with complete presence, without trying any expectation to an outcome, but the gift of being alive? The magic is in the everyday, and the hummingbird is here to teach you how to wave that wand. The flap of the hummingbird's wings creates a buzzing sound, as if it is nature's alarm clock reminding us to be present. When you're focused in the now, you can release the pressure of time and instead keep your attention on the infinite possibilities that each moment brings. Reminiscent of the infinite pattern that a hummingbird's wings make while in motion. Happiness is right in front of you. The only thing standing in the way is your ability to see it. The only thing standing in the way is your ability to see it. Right? And earlier I feel like your spirit guides were saying like, we've been sending you many messages. You gotta trust it. You gotta believe it. Get out of your comfort zone so you can see the big picture. Maybe the phase in your life right now is bringing you deeper lessons, and it's been feeling hard and overwhelming, but we've been ignoring ourselves for so long, our needs, our true self. I feel like a deeper message also for option number 3, it's like, be yourself. Accept yourself. Honor yourself. You're going to be yourself by showing up with who you are, with no shame, no fear. Some of you, the healing that you've been doing in this lifetime has been to break those cycles, those stories that kept you behind. Again, the Salmerio is cracking. And I feel like that's another confirmation from your ancestors. Your guides are saying the journey is not about when will I get there, only focusing on the timing. No. Let go of the belief that things need to happen only a certain way. Sometimes we're walking around so much with other people's fears and beliefs that they become our own. Let them go. Don't let them hold you back. That's only going to keep you stuck in a place that no longer defines you. Option number 3, I keep hearing of speech of Martin Luther King in the background. And yesterday was Martin Luther King's Day. But regardless, it's like this leadership energy that it's time for you to step into, to believe in. I wouldn't doubt it if many of you are already in a leadership role, or in this lifetime are meant to be in a leadership role. You got to get out of your own way to get there. Nobody's going to come and save you. Let's stop waiting for others to save us. If you are in this point in your life where you are facing these fears and it keeps triggering you to be around certain people, pay attention to that. I feel like that's coming up for a reason. Get away from those people. Get away from that environment so you can grow. It's like your guides are saying it's time to watch you bloom. And I keep seeing like a red rose open up. Your purpose, your passion, your calling. It's not too late. Be you. Accept yourself. Thank you for the energy exchange, for connecting with me. I feel like that's it for option number 3. Again, the Salmerio is cracking. I feel like there's a third time. So, your guides are loud and clear. Es tiempo. Permítete ser tú misma. Blessings. Thank you for the energy exchange.